And welcome to your daily Farm and Home Show, brought to you by the University of Kentucky Cooperative Extension Service. And now, here's your host.
Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna Coles, and this morning we're visiting with David Embrey. He's the Edmonson County Extension Agent for Agriculture and Natural Resources. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Joanna.
Now, David, with winter here, sometimes it's hard to think about warm season, anything, but it's not too early to maybe start thinking about maybe incorporating some warm season grasses into our forage program.
That's right, Joanna. Actually, this is the time of year to be thinking about doing it, because this is the time of year when we can start planning for it and getting our seed together, making sure that our I'll say it in a minute. Our fertility is right in the ground and things like that. But this is the time of year to be planning for it, because, you know, spring comes, our cool season grasses take off, our fescue and our orchard grass and our clovers are growing real good, and we're not thinking about it. When the hot weather gets here and those things slow down their growth, which they do really quick once the weather gets up in the 90s, we think, oh no, what am I going to do? Well, if we'd have planned at this time of the year, then we could have maybe had some of those warm season things that are going to start coming on when that temperature gets up there. So there's a lot of planning that you can do to get ready for that, getting your seeds together, like I said, and the types that you're going to do. Now,
let's talk about that, because for some people, they might not know exactly what warm season grasses are. Tell us what some of the examples of those.
All right, some examples would be crabgrass. Things that you think
now, usually they don't think about,
that's the first thing a lot of people think of when it's in your yard, but that actually is a highly nutritious forage for cattle and other ruminants to eat. So crabgrass is one, and there are actually now varieties that are seeded. People are actually doing it on purpose, Joanna. But there's other things, Sudangrass, sorghum Sudangrass. There's forage sorghum, but it's more suited to be something like a silage. There are several others that are out there. Now, these are the annuals. There's foxtail millet, there's pearl millet, things like that. There are also some native warm season grasses that are out there. Now, those are things that grow naturally in Kentucky. They're not a variety that's been brought in here from somewhere else and adapted to our area. They're a little harder to deal with. It takes a whole lot more planning for those, and the seeds are expensive, so you really have to kind of baby those seeds to get them to come up and do well. But once they get established, they're perennials, and if we maintain them right, then they'll last us a long time.
So that might be a field where you want to do this on a more permanent basis, not just kind of getting you through a summer slump.
Right, that would be more where you would want to set that field aside if you want to do something like that, take care of it, get it established, get it going. It may take a year sometimes or more to get it established and going good, but once it's established, once you can maintain it, and it can stay there for a long time. Some examples of that would be things like eastern gamma grass, big blue stem, little blue stem, switchgrass, and Indian grass are some of those native warm season grasses.
And you know, we utilize those as a forage, but they have multiple uses across the board. And I think that's important when you're looking at maybe introducing a warm season grass into your forage program. Look at the species, because some of those are not suitable for all species of livestock. And then, like you talked about, the cost, the establishment, how much nitrogen, how much inputs am I going to have to put in to get a crop like that?
On the plus side, a lot of people like a lot of these native warm seasons for wildlife, because a lot of wildlife can hide inside of them. Some of them are bunch grasses, and so there'll be some big areas in between that the rabbits and the birds can nest in. But for cattle and for horses and for our other livestock that we're trying to graze on these or cut hay for, either one, you know, there are some management requirements that we've got to look at, but it's just another tool in our toolbox that we can use. You know, our cool season grasses have been our staple for many, many years, but we always have that summer slump, especially when we have super hot summers or dry summer. And a lot of these have been proven to be able to be used and to grow well in dry, hot conditions.
And you know, if you pick up a beef magazine, it talks about becoming more efficient because we need to get those input costs down, and what a great way to do that than to graze these animals for as long as we possibly can. So David, I know that we probably have some information if people are interested about types, seeding, that kind of stuff.
Sure, we do. The two publications I have with me today are AGR 229, Warm Season Annual Grasses in Kentucky, and AGR 145, Native Warm Season Perennial Grasses for Forages in Kentucky. There are several others, a lot of publications that talk about the fertility that's needed for growing different types of forages. Something a lot of people don't think about, we also have some perennial and some annual forbs and different things that we can grow. And we've also got some other things, some legumes that are warm season.
All kinds of things to do, but if you're interested in maybe adding some of these, contact your local extension office and we'd be happy to help. Thanks for watching and have a great day.
If you have questions about today's topic, please call the Warren County Extension Office at the number on your screen. Thanks for watching and have a great day.